Daniel Dubois knocks out Nathan Gorman in the 5th round. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Let's jump into it. Daniel Dubois, he defeated Nathan Gorman in the 5th round by stoppage. I want to give my post-fight thoughts. Like the video, and if you're new, consider subscribing. The fight, congrats to Daniel Dubois, triple D, and I thought he looked overall pretty good. It was he bullied Gorman to me. You know, truth be told, going into the fight, I was anticipating this fight, and I thought it would be a lot more competitive from what I seen. But truth be told, I didn't know too much about Nathan Gorman, but I had heard some of the backstory. He said he was, handling Daniel Dubois in the amateurs and these types of things. He had made his rounds domestically. I think he sparred with Joshua and stuff, as well as Daniel Dubois. So I'm thinking it's going to be a dope firefight, but really it was one-sided. The first round was arguable for either guy. Some people would like Daniel Dubois' aggression. Gorman had some pretty decent counters, but after the first round, you didn't really see Gorman win rounds. Like he did cool in spots. Daniel Dubois, positives. He's not the finished article for sure, but he's young, and you can build from what he has. Like he looks the part. He's in shape. He has thudding punches. Like you can literally hear the snap on his shots. So he's very strong. He's not the fastest guy, not the fastest heavyweight we've seen, but I liked his dedication to the jab. Nathan Gorman's jab was non-existent, and that really hurt him because Daniel Dubois was just able to comfortably come in. Some people think because you have shorter arms, you can't jab. Nathan Gorman looked like he had the shorter arms. It doesn't matter. You can still jab, and you can just time it and rock Daniel Dubois' head and make him cautious of how he decides to come in the front door. But Gorman didn't really do this. I expected to see a higher display of ring IQ and boxing ability from Gorman, from what I had read and heard about, in the trash talk and, little stuff like that. But I thought Daniel Dubois, he put on a good performance for this was supposed to be a step up for him. He really won every round. The only round you could probably give Gorman is maybe the first round. But the harder shots were definitely landed by Daniel Dubois. His power looks to be the real deal. He dropped Gorman maybe in the 3rd round, and Gorman was hurt. He got hit with a sequence of right hooks, got back up. To his credit, Gorman started kind of swinging wildly, survived a round, did okay, but he gave up in round 4. He gave up too many body shots too. Daniel Dubois, I like the attack to the body. I think that would have paid dividends later. That slows you down. Like Gorman's supposed to be, have some good technique and stuff like that. I like Daniel Dubois investing into the body. Gorman, it didn't really look like he had Tyson Fury in his corner, at least walking him out, and he had Ricky Hatton, and it didn't look like there was a real game plan on what to do. Ricky Hatton told him after the first round to box more. And I don't know, it just didn't look like they had a serious game plan of how they were going to beat this strong, kid, Daniel Dubois. But Daniel Dubois, good hooks. He stayed with the jab, good body attack, and it was just all too much. In the 5th round, he's just letting his hands go, letting combos go after the jab, and he ended up catching Gorman on the head with a right hook, dropped him. And Gorman tried to get back up, but he got up really slow. And the ref was like, nah, he tried to get up like on 9 or something. So it was a fair stoppage. I really expected more from this fight, to be honest. I expected more. I thought it was going to be a more competitive fight. Like I said, Gorman, he was taking some, especially when he was hurt, he was swinging some wild shots, trying to connect. The bad for Daniel Dubois, I'm not going to criticize him too much since he won the victory, and he pretty much dominated his step up. The downside, because I like to give the good, the bad, and the ugly. The thing that he needs to work on or improve is his defense and his aggression. His corner even said it after one of the rounds. They said, "Come on, just get back to the boxing. Get back to the boxing. You're just trying to hurt him and go after a kill." And I know he's young, but the young fighters have to understand all the trash talk before the fight. You never let someone take you out of your element. You get what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of other heavyweights that are much better than Gorman, definitely stronger and bigger framed and stuff like that. And Daniel Dubois was getting clipped, in some of those exchanges with his aggression. It just so happened that Gorman wasn't the one to take him out of there. But you don't want to be in a firefight with, this is what happened with Joshua, wounded Andy Ruiz, and then he tried to jump on him. Andy Ruiz went out like a soldier and went out like a G. He was like, all right, if I go out, I'm gonna go out swinging, and he ended up catching Joshua. So guys with fast hands, athleticism, good timing, malicious power, Daniel Dubois is gonna have to tighten up, especially when he has someone hurt. I mean, we've seen this time and time again. Just because you have someone hurt, that makes them the most dangerous prey, because they're backed against the wall. Fight or flight kicks in, and some people crumble when it comes to that, but then some people will rise to the occasion, and that extra bit of fear and adrenaline pumping will demand certain things out of them. So Daniel Dubois, I did see him get caught with some counters as he got too aggressive. This happened in his last fight. I forgot the dude's name, the black dude with the blonde beard. He wants to slug it out, and so far it's been successful, but he has to scale that back as he moves up in class, because Wilder, you don't want to have a shootout with him, because the type of punches that he come from different directions and the type of power he possesses, that wouldn't be good. So I would like to see Daniel Dubois, guy with that type of amateur background. His sister fights, he fights. I want to see him tighten up when he has guys hurt or feels he has them hurt. Don't just go crazy with your combinations. Sometimes take a step back, reset, those types of things. But all in all, it was a solid performance by Daniel Dubois. Expected a lot more from Nathan Gorman. Tyson Fury even picked his cousin, Nathan Gorman. I believe they're cousins. He picked him to beat Daniel Dubois, and that didn't come close to true. I never really see Daniel Dubois badly hurt or rocked, so that's just my thoughts. Nathan Gorman, he was saying that he was dogging Dubois in sparring. I didn't see none of that. So let me know what you guys think. That's my assessment on it. Solid performance from Daniel Dubois. He really dominated. That was a step up in class, and this will help his confidence grow and add to his resume and add to what he can do. But it really kind of looked easy work. It looked easier than I think a lot of people anticipated. The UK commentators are horrible, bro. Like, they're trying to always play devil's advocate. Man, let's just call it what it was. Gorman was getting chewed up in there. He's getting hit with hooks, thudding hooks, body shots. He was getting pushed back, no jab. There was no way he was going to win the fight. He got a bad cut in second, third round, somewhere around there. And he started to fight wild. I just don't feel like there was a concentrated game plan from Gorman's side on what they were going to do. And I think maybe Dubois' power with no headgear and stuff created this. I think Triple D's power, made him apprehensive. And he was like, oh, okay, I can't just come in like that. I got to do this. I got to do that. Like, he looked a bit gun shy after he got dropped the first time. He got up and seemingly physically he at least looked decent, like he was on a decent leg. But I think mentally that power did something to him, because when he started feeling the power and he's seen how aggressive he was coming, you never really, like, throughout the round, like one of the patterns I seen with Gorman was, like, throughout the rounds I didn't see him throwing as many combinations. But when he would get hurt or when he would get backed up to the ropes and hit with some big shots, then he would try to go for broke. But he was never first in any of this. Daniel Dubois was always first. And Gorman has to definitely try to pick up a jab, because there's no way you should allow Daniel Dubois to just walk you down like that. Daniel Dubois really bullied him, in my opinion. He bullied him and had his way with him, pushed him back when he wanted, reset, jabbed, out-jabbed him. You know, good performance by Daniel Dubois. Let me know what you guys think. We working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.